John Yan returned to the original workaholic's unsmiling appearance, which made Mr. Jiang and Mrs. Jiang extremely worried. Lord Jiang was infected with the cold and coughing more than ever, and the black cat on the side showed distressed eyes looking at Lord Jiang's appearance. When the Kwaikao festival was approaching, Zanyan, who was on the street, recalled that Du and Yuka's preferences unconsciously bought a lot of things, but was intercepted by Wengu. Zanyan still refused to give up Du and Yuka. Wengu advised Zanyan not to be obsessed with Du and Yuka anymore, and promised Zanyan to transfer the things he bought to Du and Yuka. Duan Yuka thought that Zanyan was usually too busy at work, and wanted to cook for Zanyan on the Kwaikao festival, holding the small blue and white to try the dishes. The small blue and white was miserable. Wengu saw Du and Yuka cooking for Zanyan, and took the initiative to ask Ying to teach Du and Yuka to cook. Du and Yuka's cooking finally succeeded once. Duanmu learned from Zhao Wu and Zhang Long that Zanyan was in Qifeng Mansion, so he brought food to Qifeng Mansion, and finally saw Zanyan under the stalker. Zanyan saw Du and Yuka's injured hand because of cooking, and felt very distressed. After eating the food silently, she saw the illusion that Duanmu was killed by the heavenly soldiers. Wengu threw all the gifts Zanyan gave Duanmu into the river and destroyed them, and put the drug in the food for Zanyan. Zanyan saw the fantasy and made up his mind to break up with Du and Yuka. Du and Yuka couldn't believe it, and kissed Zanyan eagerly to prove that he still loves himself, but Zanyan was indifferent to this, and looked at such a desperate Zanyan Du and Yuka very much. Is sad. Duan Yuka chatted with Hong Luan. Hong Luan's enlightenment made her not believe in Zanyan's unfeeling, so she decided to go to Kaifeng Mansion to check Zanyan. Du and Yuka came to Zanyan's room invisibly to see that he was holding the doll he had given him. Zanyan saw the falling hair and learned that Du and Yuka was hidden by the side. He deliberately gave the doll to Shangwins and said that he was opposed to Du and Yuka. Just being grateful is not love. This remark angered Du and Yuka, and Du and Yuka appeared and told Zanyan that he would not pester him anymore and left sadly. After Du and Yuka left, Zanyan took the doll back from Shangwins. The Louvre-lost Duanmu Kui borrowed wine to soothe her sorrow, and Wengu came to look for her, but she mistook her for Zanyan and cried bitterly at him. Duan Yuka told Wengu not to follow her anymore. She came to Yuelao Temple alone, removed the matchmaker mold from the statue of Yuelao, and cried with Yuelao. Du and Yuka took the red line to prove that the gods had a marriage line, but the red line was broken. Yuelao told Duan Yuka that he couldn't get the marriage line by himself, and it was impossible for the gods to have marriage. Knowing the truth, Du and Yuka cried bitterly in the street, and Zanyan hid behind and followed Du and Yuka silently. Seeing Du and Yuka fainted, Zanyan wanted to hug him, but was preempted by Wengu. Zanyan came to Duanmu Klu to take care of the drunk Du and Yuka, and then left before Du and Yuka woke up. Duan Yuka made up his mind to break up with Zanyan and threw all the dolls with the memories of the two into the river. Hong Luan led Du and Yuka, and Du and Yuka regretted throwing the doll and wanted to retrieve the doll, but the doll could not be retrieved. Wengu accompanied the sad Du and Yuka, and Zanyan hid in the dark and picked up all the dolls that Duanmu had thrown at him, silently following Du and Yuka. The black cat came to see the elder of the Yu clan, and the two made a deal. The elder of the Yu clan gave the black cat a spell to deal with Wengu, which can make Wengu give his original form. The Yu clan elder asked the black cat to retrieve the Penglai 2 fragment from Duan Yuka, and the Yu clan envoy helped the black cat fulfill his wish.